All right. I'm gonna start calling people up and see what's good. Oh, technical difficulties right now. All right, we live right now. Okay, we're gonna start the show. It's definitely no life here. Stop quarantine season. I guess I got my book. Okay. What's going on, everybody? What is going on? Am I live right now? Am I live over here? I'm live. Yes, I am live. Radio Phoenix, we're back. It's a quarantine season of the Yaggah Movement Radiocast. I hate being in this particular, but I have to do what I got to do to keep the people busy. Most definitely. So we're gonna start the show. I appreciate. I know last week, I do apologize. Last week, the show that was supposed to be broadcast was never broadcast. So we're gonna make sure I decided you guys can be able to hear everything. So if you can hear me, let me know. You can call me 602-354-8823 live. You can call me right now. This show will be rebroadcast on Saturday. So it's a quarantine show that I'm doing right now just to test the water and kind of get everybody to get involved. But by me saying that, I just wanted to first of all give a shout out to everybody out there, who are being affected by this pandemic. Unfortunately, there are things that we can't be able to talk about. We can't be able to change. There are things I can be here and complain, but this is not what we're going to do today. I'm not going to be able to be able to escape all that anxiety. I mean, a lot of us are going through that anxiety, and it's normal. It's something that we all can survive this. We all can live up to love and say what's up. I'm in the best shape of my life right now. I hope I can have my birthday. My birthday is coming in the summer, so I just hope all this stuff can be over, so I can have a great ass birthday. You know what I'm saying? And also for those out there who are being infected, just my prayer is with you. I just want to stay safe. Stay home and don't just this issue is scaring you. It could be a good thing, it could be a bad thing. Shout out Jaime, ¿qué pasó? Macizo, way. Yeah, Macizo, we gotta stay in the best shape right now. Yes, indeed. Fear is a good thing. You know what I'm saying? Fear is something but my thing is, if you fear something, you gotta be able to, find out a solution, find out why is it out there? Why are you fearing the situation? So, it's something that we can find resolution, be able to adapt straight to Radio Phoenix, where the Valley comes to talk, sing, and connect. Y'all can go in there and literally just follow find me out there and say, hey man, Mr. Jimmy, we heard the show on Wednesday. You are rebroadcasting the show. Mike is good. Mike is good. What can I say? Hey there, Mike is good. Brother Trey is about to be in the building right now. Brother Trey is about to be in the building right now. Let me see what's good. I'll be right back. Okay, breaking news. Brother Trent's in the building, so we gotta make space.
No, you cool, you cool.
We gotta make space
Go
in
do this
the.
men's thing real quick. I'll be right
I do apologize. I gotta move stuff around. That's why I haven't started the show yet. You know what I mean? But most definitely, y'all know what time it is. I got Brother Trent in the building right now, and myself. Yo, you know, Yaggah, Yaggah. I apologize for the technical difficulties. I have definitely with the tripod when I can afford it after the quarantine season. So we're gonna push that back in the building. We're gonna start the show. I got Brother Trey in the building, so he's gonna come through. You know what I mean? So we got Brother Trey right now coming through. So we're gonna start the show. But in the meantime, since he's going out there getting ready, let's start this, baby. Radiocast. We live right now. We're not live. We're not live, all right? Don't get it twisted, All right. Here we go. Sierra Movement Radiocast, second hour, right now. You know what I'm saying? Big shout out to everybody out there. I want to give a shout out to all my brothers out there. I know we are going through a lot, you know what I'm saying? Big shout out to Eddie. Big shout out to Jerry, most definitely, man. You know what I'm saying? All my brothers and sisters out there. God bless all of y'all. You know what I'm saying? Y'all be safe out there. Y'all stay safe because I know, you know, a lot of us are so confused. Educate ourselves and not being too ignorant about the situation. You know what I'm saying? As y'all can see, I got my mask on. You know what I'm saying? I got my mask on. You know what I mean? I'm trying to see if I can get this charged up. I do apologize, but I'm trying to charge this phone real quick, but I guess I'm going to switch up. I'm going to switch it up real quick right here, man, so y'all can see. You see the whole movement. You can see the whole movement right now. Okay, say remain. Oh, damn. I know. We are live right now. Okay, I'm going to drop this off so I can charge it up. Okay. I'm trying to make sure this is good. It's your birthday. Okay. That works. That works. That works. That works. That works right there. Can you see us? Okay, I'm not. I apologies. Our apologies. Oh, this could be a struggle. Okay. Oh, If I do this, it might work. I hope so. I hope so. All right, we got Brother Trey in the building, so he's gonna help me out talking about. Oh, okay. Okay, let me see what I can do here. I need a tripod. I think I have to go buy a tripod. All right, we're gonna start. We're starting the show right now. It's a pre-recording show, so I hope you guys are enjoying this. You know, I appreciate everybody out there joining us today. Uh, yes, indeed, we are live, so it's getting hot, and I hope this heat, you know, these heats kills that virus, as they say. You know what I'm saying? I just want this heat, as the man said. You know, this heat is gonna, it's believe me, it's gonna kill the flu. It's just a small flu. It's gonna kill the flu. Believe me.
You gotta sit down.
Which one?
Little one.
Little one right there. Oh man, I need a tripod for that. Okay, let's move it up a little bit back. Okay, so protest.
The one here,
Huh?
or the one here, or the one in Lansing?
The one everywhere. The one in downtown.
That's a small group of people.
Because the man who was pretty much tweeting about them, about the whole country, you know, following the guidelines, goes and tweet and supporting these people. It's almost like Obama. I'm just saying, you're putting a status quo there, you're putting a guidelines, and you're telling people you're going behind and tweeting, and people are going defending him like, yo, he's just the president, but he's also a common man. What the heck is a common man? You're leading a country and then you tweeting. I don't know.
What do you think about these protests today? Reopen business. That's it.
This is the cool way. My spirit. Stay cool. We're gonna go to the commercial real quick.
Okay, so Fab. So
We are back. We are back. Mr. Clean B,
you know what?
Brother Trey,
Okay.
out there connecting with the whole world because we are. Shout out to Jerry, shout out to Eddie, man. Shout out to all my brothers out there, man, who are being infected by this pandemic, but most of all just going through just pretty much praying for everybody out there and reaching out to folks out there and also learn how to forgive. I think maybe that's I'm actually going through, and I'm not gonna lie because I call my mom. A joke. My mom gave me a joke about you always call one time and then you disappear to the bushes for months. Disappearing is just life circumstances can make you withdraw from things. So I'm very appreciative of the family that I have and the friends that I've encountered. I got Brother Trey in the building most definitely. But before I go to whatever I'm about to talk about today, I want to make sure that you guys remember that one you can support Radio Phoenix is by becoming one of our members for as little as $35 per year. Members receive discount savings and other benefits provided by our membership program partners And don't forget, the membership fee is tax deductible. For more information or to sign up, you can call 408295746 or go online to radiofix.org. Click on the support tab at the top of it, become a member on the drop down menu. And we surely thank you for your generous support of Brother Trey. I'd like to give my brother right now, Jerry. I'm not sure if he can hear us. Brother Jerry, can you hear us, man? Yes, yes. I'm gonna make sure. I'm gonna make sure the whole building can hear us. Can hear you too as well. So I'm gonna make sure that the whole world hears you via Radio Phoenix. 1 2 1 2. Can you hear us live, boss man? Bless up, bless up. How you doing? We got Jerry in the building, man. We got Jerry, man, in the building. You know what I'm saying? Whole situation, man, going. No, even myself, I'm coming out of the wet work. My mom gave me this advice that I'm coming out of the bushes finally. You know what I'm saying? The village core, you know. You know what I'm saying? But first of all, I want to give you a shout out to you, and shout out to Eddie. You know what I mean? And my prayers goes out to you most definitely. I know a lot of things have been going on, and I've been contacting you and everything like that. You don't have to elaborate on anything like this, but you can let the people know what's good and how's everything on your side most definitely, man. Yeah.
Oh man, thanks for the opportunity. Appreciate that. We've been keeping our head over water. We're not going to drown.
Amen.
We're gonna keep swimming. Situation. I lost this past weekend. All right.
Yeah, okay. Hey, we do apologize for this technical difficulty. We'll just try to make sure that we can hear my man Jerry live right now via Radio Phoenix, man. Yeah, we can hear you, boss man. Go ahead, boss man. Yeah.
Yeah, not to give out too much information specific Friday, but we stay strong, man. We stay strong. Family are getting together. I think it's bringing the family together more than ever. So, in the as negative as it was, it has some positive to it because it's uniting the family, so which is a good thing. But other than that, everything else, man, we just been keeping up with everything that's going on with this whole COVID-19 and this whole scam that's going on. But, let's get to it, man. Let's get to it. You guys got questions? Let's go.
Man, because I want to ask, because as an artist, man, because essential business this year, I also have what's at stake, and, what is really going on, and but most of all, the information that we are receiving, whether false or not false, or from 5Gs to conspiracy of creating a virus. But I know, deep into what is going on, it's hurting a lot of us. It's not just hurting, restaurants, not hurting, movie theaters, people say it, because that's not called non-essential, but also artists. You know what I'm saying? Artists as yourself. A lot of you guys out there who you're still doing music, but the shows, events, or even going to different interviews is becoming hectic right now. And what is your take on that perspective? Because I know it has to be challenging for you, for your peers out there. You know what I'm saying? Mostly for the local artists out there, but also any motivation or any something positive to give out. Share that with us was definitely. But what has this pandemic, this coronavirus, COVID-19 has done pretty much has done a lot, as far as affecting you, your career, musically and everything like that. Yeah.
Oh man, that's a loaded question. There's a lot. Listen, just to sum it up a little bit, it's been hectic, because you can't move like you want to, but you cannot. So we still try to maneuver our way around certain things and to get certain things done. I mean, right now with the whole, entertainment thing being shut down, period. Because you can't have gatherings, you can't have more than 10 people, all that stuff that they got planned out or set up. Yeah, we can't do none of that. So performance can't happen. I mean, you can do Facebook, Instagram, whatever. You can do that at your house, doing it in person. But right now it's been hectic, man. It's been crazy. I've been doing music and stuff like that. I'm still writing. I'm still uh, organizing some things, but I'm not really in the studio like that because as you already know, my boy, Luther, mom passed away 2 months ago. So same thing, same day I lost my aunt. But we put stuff on hold for now to just try to figure out this whole thing, what's really going on. Um, I can just tell people to keep their head up, man, and just wait. Um, because we have to take this virus thing serious because it is real, but there's so many ways of dealing with it. It's not what they're saying it is. Um, uh, the whole 5G, the whole coronavirus, the whole thing. We all know this stuff was made way back. We all know, you know, Barack Obama spoke about this thing in 2014. We all know Dr. Whatever his name is, Fortune, whatever he spoke about, this president's gonna go through this stuff here in 2017. So we all know this thing. Well, not everybody knows this one, but this whole virus was talked about in the Chinese movie 2018. So if the list goes on, man, I could keep talking about this stuff forever. It was all planned that this virus, there's a family of this thing. It's been around since the 1960s, mid 1960s.
Yep, yep.
What's it called, Mars, and it took what it took out of it took something out of HIV, did mix it up with the old corona virus and created COVID-19. So that's all they did with this crap, just to make it a little bit stronger than it was. That's what they did, and they attacked respiratory system, thing. And but we there's too many doctors that are coming out now with that. First, aware, you know, immune system and how it works. This stuff does not make sense. That there's so many ways to deal with this thing. There's so many things you can do to prevent it. There's so many ways if you do get it to stop it before it gets into your lungs. There's so many things to do, man. I can talk forever, but I'm gonna just
You can talk forever.
I have a question. I'm curious. What's up, bro? How you doing, man? Cool. Hey, all right. So, how has this affected you personally?
like, uh, it kind of slowed down my mood, a little bit. How I used to move, the things I used to do, showing up at clubs or being invited at different events. I can't do that no more because everything's been shut down. So it kind of affects pocket a little bit. But
Yeah,
when it comes to life,
your eyes are
aunts
shining.
they get hit by this thing.
Your eyes are really
But
shining.
I can't talk about that stuff.
I know.
I have a. I don't feel it. I'm sorry. Aside from the toilet tissue, I don't feel it. And I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you why. Because don't have to survive when they live. They don't plan to survive. African Americans and Latinos, they plan go out of that stop, and then all of a sudden you kill yourself for a material thing. I have everything tied up into it. Lady in New York, found out her 401k bottomed out, and she killed all three of her kids and shot her husband and then shot herself. and get a
Crazy.
chance to use it in the first damn place. I'm not about to kill myself over it. Not for a piece of paper. That's ludicrous. I don't feel it. I'm not taking work one more day. So we stay home. And then when we stay home, you get a chance to meet the people that are in your house. You get a chance to meet your girl, get a chance to meet your kids, get a chance to meet your aunts and uncles. You get a chance to meet those people that your everyday life used to just eschew, push aside. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. That's my opinion. But you know what? Taking the loss that are ones that are they're the ones that are actually having 6 cows, a chicken, and a pig. In my opinion.
$600 in employment. It's pretty nice right now.
Hey, Canada was paying their people, this is no joke, $300 every week, $300 every week for $300 every week, every single individual. That's in Canada. Crying for right now, the only thing they're crying for right now, the premier country in the entire world. And we can't provide nothing like that. There's no such thing.
It's a
The stimulus package, what is it, $2,000 a month for a year, but they're barely getting to that. But this stuff has been taxed for the United States for almost, I don't know how many years. Since the 1980s something, they asked them to do this. That you pay every citizen $1,000 a month. This been put out for a long time. I'm like, yo, y'all lay them down, yo. You're supposed to be like the most powerful country in the whole freaking.
exactly.
But now you're here still struggling to figure this simple thing out. Now you just mentioned something. Canada is doing this, been doing it for 3 months now. How the hell is the United States still behind on that?
Last time when I had my show, I actually brought that up where I actually said that who to blame. Like right now we need to find out who to blame because first of all it was okay. How the heck you know about this? You were never prepared to even have the country in quarantine or like the stress former President Barack Obama used when Ebola or SARS came out. What did he do? He brought his team straight to the resource to fight the virus before it spread out. Orange Head, the resident
Agent
of
Orange? Oh, I'm sorry, Captain Dorito.
Captain Dorito.
My bad. My bad.
That
General
dude,
Cheeto. 45.
the one who's running the White House for the next couple of months, I hope. Now him impeach him again, and the impeachment was done mid-January. Because I remember, rest in peace, Black Mamba. He passed away on the 26th of January. The 20th coronavirus was on the news, bro. On the news. I'm just saying, preach on. I'm just saying, preach on.
Come on, man. This stuff, all right, you knew it. That was coming. Like, dude, was saying, oh, it's a hawk. It was all partial. People cannot prepare for it. It's all it's all in the system. Okay? And I'm going to tell you this. If we have somebody else, because this dude, yes, we can crack him all you want, but if he wasn't in office, we are all done.
True. Well,
Wait. Fall back. He said if he wasn't in office, things would have been handled a whole hell of a lot different.
Bigly.
I'm just saying.
Will be vaccinated, but we all have that vaccine in our body right now. Hey, do you know how?
Wait. Are you saying from being mandatorily vaccinated? No, this tramp is a proponent of it. He's saying that it should happen.
Oh my gosh, this is gonna be a whole nother show.
You do realize that they had something to cause it to subside. It wasn't mandatory for everybody to take it. So you're saying that this individual here at this time is saving the entirety of the entire United States from being mandatory serious. I'll tell you this. I'll tell you this. I'll tell you this. They didn't anticipate whoever they are, the powers that be, didn't anticipate that a senator would get COVID. They didn't anticipate that a prime minister would get COVID, that an archbishop would get COVID, that a governor would get COVID, that a host of mayors would get COVID, that a governor would get. They did not anticipate on that. And I'm gonna tell you something. If they did, and they might say, you know what, what happened to? Okay, so you have a mayor that passed away, you have a governor that's still sick as hell. The gentleman over in England is still sick as hell, and you have the fifth line princess. She's sick as hell. Listen, my thing is if they had this shot quick, but they don't.
Because you just give a lot of, you're giving these names of these people. You think they care about those people?
They're not, rich folks never care about Biden.
Listen. Bruh, they don't have the
just
cure.
Like AIDS, right?
They don't have the cure for it. Go ahead.
You have to understand what okay, just with cancer, right? Cancer by itself is pulling in 178 billion for these pharmaceutical companies.
I agree. What I'm saying is this. And I'm with you. I'm with you to a degree. The cancer, listen, duration of my life, all I've known the American Cancer Society to continually collect money for cancer, the American Red Cross to continually accept money for cancer, the American Society of Cancer to continually collect money, the babies that have cancer. So joy, it's a money maker. But when you have officials that are making low dough, their pockets are deep, and their pockets are deep, and then their significant other gets cancer and has to have a double mastectomy. I'm not going to say her name, but feel free to Google it. What prime individual, what prime billionaire spouse had a mastectomy, double mastectomy? You'll find it. It's there. My thing is, I'm not going to put them on blast, but the fact of the matter is, they contribute money. And if they're getting their share of the money, then you gotta stop by a thing that they are supposed to have power over. If my dog bit me, listen, Fido's getting his tail kicked, and he getting out the house if he's not shot first. So I can train Fido to bite everybody, but the moment he turns his bite, isn't some premeditated thing. This isn't Mission Impossible 2, which actually happens to be called the coronavirus. Feel free, go check it out. It's called the coronavirus. I'm just saying.
Conspiracy.
I'm just saying.
The pocket is. If you're not part of those specific groups, you just said that they were part of the whole medical thing, so they're in that situation. But if he does not have cure, or we don't even know how their mind was working, what he was thinking, like, about his spouse, what was his wife, having this and going through all that crap that he had, that cure for cancer. Maybe 1%. All right, maybe I don't know. You have less than 100 people that you would never ever know they exist controlling 7 point something billion people.
Well, I got you though, but I'm. So what about those elites who are sending the common man and common woman to go strike to put their lives, out there? So what is your take? I'm talking about who literally just come in and say open the government, but we have those elites who are going behind those folks like myself who lost their jobs, and now they want to, they're pretty much, I'm not sure if I should say it. propaganda, lies. Is that what
Okay, hold on. In California, they had 26 people. In Arizona, they had 60 people. They had that's a small group. That's a collective group of people that got together and decided that they're going to come out there.
And that's not. And I mean,
saying like they
Huh?
went behind and have them do that.
Hey,
Trump. Okay, the resident of the White House, literally was, was tweeting online. He was tweeting online. Hey, like, liberate Michigan, liberate Washington, liberate whatever Virginia. Okay, if the former President Barack Obama was still president today, and if that was him tweeting, you know, Black Lives Matter on Twitter and say Black Lives Matter.
right. I said if he said that.
If he said that, if he says that, do you think the same? Do you think the media the same repercussion? And you're right, because me and you, we got in. We couldn't have a little discussion between CNN and Fox about what they project and stuff like that. But if that was him doing this, Obama doing this, they're the same. They're the same.
We don't care about Fox. We don't care about Fox.
Yeah,
Listen.
because they're pushing dirt. That's what they're doing. They're pushing dirt. That's what they're doing.
And I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say has the most incarcerated people in the entire world. 2.3 million people. 90%, 90% of them are Latino and African American. And now, here I'm gonna tell you, they are in an isolated spot. Listen, they're in an isolated spot. If you look at just the inmates, isolated spot. Now, not to mention that they found over 76% of them, 76% of the 90% have minor offenses that could actually be misdemeanors, high grade misdemeanors, but misdemeanors nonetheless. Young man, Jameel Harrington, 25 years for having a roach in his car.
Isn't that crazy?
From 1982.
Isn't that crazy?
So now weed is legal, and you don't want to reform the bill, the law. Excuse me. You don't want to change those. You don't want to relook at these people. 25 years for a roach, for a joint. Now I'm pretty sure the taste is well going out of his mouth, but the fact of the matter remains: you got people that are doing serious time for things that are minor offenses. Dude runs through a wall, runs down the street, runs through a wall, loses control, runs into the house, hits the grandmother. She's in critical condition. They get him for manslaughter and she doesn't die. You heard me. They get him for vehicular manslaughter and she doesn't die. 40 years. A Latino. 40 years now. Hold on. Now, you got all these people, these inmates that are in prison. They have no access to outside. They don't. If you remove the guards, there is no way on God's green earth that they should be having any type of virus at all, with the exception of a cold or the flu. Pneumonia for those that this might deal with. And you got 186 inmates in one place. Listen, that's going to be a hot spot for damn sure. Because when you go to the hospital,
and they have to
that's
choose
the only
too, right?
thing they can do.
And they have to choose this. Even put you in the ventilator.
No. That's that. The doctors, listen, this virus, a stone, a pebble got put inside your nose and stops you from breathing. It causes the lungs to inflame. Liquid builds up. You drowning. Your esophagus, just like an asthma attack, closes in and you die. You stop getting oxygen to the brain. Of course, it shuts down. If the brain starts to shut down, so do all the other major parts inside the body. They start with the kidneys. It's going to hit them hard. Okay, so now what? Common sense. This is just me, my opinion. Common sense, and like a host of other doctors, feel free to look it up. Host of other doctors, listen, just re-wet the nasal cavity. It's gonna take a hell of a long time.
So where it goes down, you know what I'm saying? For your lungs, doing that stuff, they start doing the damage because what it's doing is looking for cool places in your cells and it replicate it, you know what I'm saying? Multiply itself because or it does okay, it's a particle, right? We know viruses are different from bacteria. They're not the same. Bacteria, that's why the question, okay, well virus the question is virus is a living thing.
Right, right.
The it can function by itself without having to live with something else. Bacteria cannot do that. They need a cell, they need those things to live off of in order for it to function. It's almost like when you take a rust and you put it on a metal thing, you leave that rust right there. What does it do? It grows. Does that mean that rust is living? That rust is not living. It's just using the metal and eating up the metal as it's going. You know what I'm saying? On that thing. So that's what freaking you put it on say a green leaf or whatever, leave it right there on that leaf, it would eat up that leaf. Does that mean it's not a living thing? That's why it kind of questioned the whole thing about living. If flowers is living, they're not living. It's not. It's just a thing that just grows. You know, almost like a stone that's attacking these, you know, the cells that you have in it, because those are living things. And it uses whatever the cell has to replicate itself. That's what it do. So when they keep doing that, and they keep growing, that's when it starts moving and it go into the lungs and it replicates. Grows itself so much that it start calling it or trying to do the whole living thing. But this nostril stays over in a cool place, stays where it's cool in the body. We don't know. We think the entire body is 98 degrees. No, it's not. They got cool places within the body that these viruses can live in for a long period of time. What would live, but they're not living. You know, like I just give you an example with the bus. Same thing. That's what they're doing. You look at the human body. We have trillions of viruses, bacteria within the body. That's how it starts.
Yes.
2 months ago.
This is it.
It's starting to develop.
Man. Right.
That's why we all weak now because of that same situation. We're supposed to do a fight this thing easily. And we can't. The body cannot do it by itself because it's very compromised so many times. You know, when you look at the different viruses that they speak about, damn, we have trillions of freaking viruses in fact within the body. That's supposed to be able to know. But like I said, all these bad things going to the body can handle it easily without a problem. But it can. The system, if you go back 50 years back, the system, the immune system was a lot stronger than it was compared to what it is now.
That's because you have different things that have been introduced lately. You have different types of different strands of bacterium that have been introduced to the human body. And so now that the body starts to build up an immunity to it, hence antibodies. But the thing is these particular antibodies for this thing, that you have these people who are asymptomatic. It's a nice way of saying they're immune, damn near. You say, well, you can carry it, but you can pass it on. You just won't suffer from it. And I'm a person with a high immune system, and they're not allergic to a thing. They have an immunity to it. They're isn't that asymptomatic? I'm just inquiring. Inquiring want to know. Nonetheless.
Well, why are they? Why aren't you? You should ask that question. Why is that? Because it's the same body. I mean, everybody has different body and their function.
The reason why there was some fish
So hot pepper, brother.
Look, here's the thing. Here's the thing. You and I lead two completely different lives, but we're still men. We're still human. We still have a heart. We still have a nose. We still have two. Oh, anyway, my thing is this: you're we live different lives. We're introduced to different things at different times. Those different things are going to add to who you and I are, metabolically, physiologically. With who just didn't wash her hands after she did things
Nasty.
listen, then you know that you're going to have Hep B serum. It's happening. It's going to happen. And now, you same way. It doesn't hit you the same way. It's not going to hit you at all. But the thing is we can walk that have this immune system. They're going to be immune to certain things. And then that's going to become a part of our genetic makeup, our genetic structure. So when we have children, chances are our children are going to pass it on too. And you got that dad who has 5 kids from 5 different moms. Okay, I'll bring it back. He has 5 different kids, and they grow up and they have 5 different kids. And there's a neighbor who had a terrible resistance system, but their kids now going out with them and they have kids, and it comes back and you say, oh, you know what? They have a built-in immunity to this specific strand. And because that strand is introduced completely, they have a better chance, or they just fight it all together. That happens. It's evolutionary. I'm just saying. I concur.
was built to last for a long period of time.
You see these bodies.
A lot of people don't know that. This body.
These bodies got some work in, y'all.
Huh? Out. So when we put environment into that stuff, it doesn't matter what environment you put that person that's been taking care of their body. They go into any environment that is kind of messed up, their system will be able to help them out through it when you can't do it. So it all depends, like you just said, it's a choice thing and it's an environmental thing, but it also depends on the action each individual takes during their life as they're living.
You know what? I agree. I agree. Let me wrap something up that I started, and I was talking about the individuals in prison, and with the point that you just made is true. So on that, all individuals there are taking care of their bodies. The larger majority of them are. All they have to do is time and work. That's it. Work. So they're not introduced to any type of outside type of entities, no outside entities that could affect them in a negative way. But now, now here's the thing. So now you introduce these guards who go home with their little snotty nosed children, their little dirty girlfriends, their mom, whose teeth keep falling out of her mouth. I'm just saying, you know, and their grandfathers who have a bad case of flatulence. All my thing is they're introduced, they go out and then they come back and they introduce this society. 2.2 million people, that's a society, bro. That's a city, and the thing is they introduced it to them. They're void of it. So now you had 126 people infected in one area, and they're all consolidated. There's no such thing as social distancing. That's a freaking oxymoron within itself.
let's be social and distant at the same time.
No, anti-socialism. I can work with that, but the social distancing thing, I can't work with that. That's my own opinion, but that's another. And I digress.
Oh yes, oh because Brother Trey's gonna be, actually as a matter of fact, we're gonna do another recording this Friday, so I'm gonna call you so we're gonna post it up for another Saturday date, so that way, because I'm gonna hold on to what you said today though, with the recording and everything that you said. I gotta just say that knowledge is power, man. Knowledge is power, most definitely, man. But before I let you go, man, I need to pay this bill real quick, man, because this program is supported financially by the Womack Cocktail Lounge, 5749 North 7th Street in Phoenix, Arizona. The Womack has dining, dancing, electric, live band, and vintage playlist open 4 p.m. to 2 a.m. daily. The Womack.us is online and all. Yes. Brother Jerry, man, you hear me? Yes, so I gotta invite you back again. I know, we wanted to talk about, we saw with the coronavirus and what's going on, but you and Brother Trey, I feel like y'all need to come back again because y'all got some hot topics for the Yaggah Radio Cast. I'm out here just chilling, just laughing right there. I'm like, that's runs to my stomach. I was like, oh yes, let's start the fight. Yes, indeed. War fight, baby, war fight. Hey man, before we go, man, I got something special for you, man. I got the hot one that you have, man. So, but I want to let you know if can you give a shout out to anybody out there before we let you go, bro.
9 degrees. 89.9 degrees. That ought to be a cut right there. That ought to be a cut right there.
Let it sound like
More. I'm gonna be on here more often. I mean, if he calls me. But yeah, I'll be out here, man.
Get you in the building. Yaggah. Man, that was nice. That was nice right there. That was for coming through.
Man,
Was definitely, man.
It's just a matter of opinion.
Two different opinions. Man, that was nice. But I just hope, man, before we go, I just hope that from all the ordeals and what we talked about and what we shared, that there is a resolution. At the end of the day, we have a cure. Whether it's to practice the guidelines by staying home, which it's gonna hurt a lot of us, but if we can be able to save lives, because it's all about lives. Yes, indeed. Hey, man, Brother Tristan show. You already know I don't have no guests, so I gotta call my guests, and Brother Triz out there helping me out. All right, me, I gotta stay quarantined because I gotta be like CNN Fox News. You know what I'm saying? We stay quarantined. Yaggah, yeah. Woo! Brother Triz, that was good. That was nice. That was nice.
Is this a cut?
Yeah, that was discuss. I'm gonna discuss later.
Oh, okay.
Thank you so much for joining us today.
Hey,
I wasn't by myself, but this is Brother Trey right here. You know what I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen. You know what I'm saying, snitching. Any last one, Brother Trey?
hey, you know what? It's the fact that you were here that makes us better. So, thank you for that.
Bless up. Show's gonna be posted up on Saturday, y'all. Y'all stay tuned. Yaggah. Oh, just a touch, yeah. Y'all didn't hear me that. Y'all didn't hear that. Y'all didn't hear that. Oh, thank you very much. You are far too kind.